Just look and I puke.
No.
All over the kitchen floor. And I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, what's going on? I'm like, push. I'm like, get away. Oh. Hello.
What's up?
What's up, crew? How are you doing today? Hi.
I can't respond. We can feel you through the camera.
Yes. Hey, listen, these audio voices of ours, or the visuals if you're watching on the YouTube, is slowly going through this microphone, through the wire, and hopefully into your ears. And then our movements are being seen by your eyes. And we're waving.
Hello.
And we're saying hi, and hopefully you're doing well. Hi, crewmates. My name is Jonathan Garano.
And my name is Hannah Sulak.
And welcome to another episode of The Bottle Club. Now, remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, please, I don't want to say give a little like because everyone does that. Do you know what you should do? You should, take your heart and graze against the like button and like it. You know?
I was a little bit worried about what you were about to say there. Take a heart and graze it upon the like button.
Well, like maybe just like do a little shuffle to the like button.
Groove on over.
Right, give a little
chest bump.
Yeah, give a little chest pump. You know, I'm not here to say smash. You know, forget that. Give
what you feel.
Give a little jerk. You know.
Don't say that.
No, that's what they say, right? It's like a little shoulder tap. You know. Don't you know how awkward it is when you're at a club when there was no pandemic and you go to a girl and you like tap her on the shoulder with your finger? That's weird. But
absolutely, don't touch her on the shoulder.
But like if you do a little like hey and then like a little tappity tap on the shoulder, you know that's like
a little nudge.
It's not that. Oh, it's a nudge. It's not a jerk.
It's a nudge. That's what it is.
That's what
it is.
I'm
so confused.
Jesus, Jonathan.
What is that?
Okay, so
all right.
Give a little nudge to the like button.
And then long-winded.
Right. And then if you long-winded I like that. Anyway, and if you enjoy this podcast at the end, maybe go to the Apple Podcast and leave a 5-star review because guess what? If you do, Hannah and
me.
Myself
and him.
If you leave your Instagram, we will send you a personal video DM message.
Yeah.
So don't you want to see?
Intentional.
Yeah.
A little smiley face.
There was this, a smiley face.
A smiling face.
Yes. For example, there's a person named Skylar who enjoys this podcast. What would you say to Skylar, Hannah?
Skylar. Is Skylar a...
So it's a woman.
Thank you. Yes. I mean, I know both, so...
Yes.
Skylar, I'll say that... I'm grateful for your views.
Yeah.
You have a great name.
Yeah.
Skylar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd love to get to know you better.
She's the best.
You're the best. You're the absolute best.
No, literally, she's the best.
Thank you for your time. You actually are the best.
Yeah, I see your messages and the DMs that you've sent.
That's something.
You know,
he sees you.
She's automatically a crewmate, as we say. You know.
Oh yeah, part of the club.
So you know what's so fascinating that we definitely wanted to talk about. There's one thing that was kind of really cool is I am so fascinated because it is wedding season.
Ring.
Yeah. Ding. And so there's a stereotype when you're in these weddings, right?
In or at?
At weddings?
Yeah.
Were you ever a bridesmaid or what are you?
I've been an honorary bridesmaid. I've been an almost bridesmaid.
What's an honorary bridesmaid?
Honorary bridesmaid is that they can't afford to have a large bridal party or, something random happens like a pandemic and they can't have any bridesmaids that are from out of state. That kind of thing.
So you're on the Zoom hey,
yeah, exactly.
Thumbs up. How's it going?
Absolutely.
I am so glad.
You're streaming in. I see you.
Are you wearing a dress in the Zoom or you're just casual
sweatpants?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because,
you have the dress
I for sure have a dress that I didn't ever wear.
And you want to wear it?
Debatable.
Well, that's good. I mean, so when you're at these weddings.
Yes, when you're at these weddings.
Do you ever think one day Hannah, might get married? Do you think about when you're at these
I'm
weddings?
For sure monogamous. Yeah, for sure.
So you're thinking about?
I'm not thinking about that specifically. First and foremost, I'm I love these people. I love this union. I'm here to support the union. Right. Am I also analyzing what I would and would not do potentially with my own wedding someday? Sure. it's always a learning experience. But you also have to look at the circumstances in which that marriage is happening.
What do you mean marriage is happening?
Like where it's happening, the setting in which they chose,
So if
their
they chose,
family dynamics.
If they chose like a bad setting, it's like, oh, what a horrible wedding this is.
No, if they chose it always, you can't be like, oh, this setting sucks. But like, have I been to weddings that look exactly the same?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because it's like, sometimes it is a copy and paste situation, but.
Copy and, okay, I see that. Like, okay, so.
Like, okay, we're doing the woods and we're doing the hexagon arch with flowers, and it's beautiful. It's always beautiful, but is it the same? Yes.
So what is your perfect? Okay, describe.
Oh no.
Your perfect.
Just go on my Pinterest.
Wedding. So everyone that obsesses over weddings has a Pinterest. Do you think of weddings?
Oh, absolutely. Here's the deal: not every woman has been dreaming about their wedding since the day of their childhood.
There's also men that dream about their weddings.
Absolutely,
often.
and that's so big. I want to talk about that. I was just at a wedding in Portland, and the groom planned most of the wedding.
How cute!
It was so cute. He basically like did all the logistics. He did certain like events that happened at the wedding, like when things were supposed to happen. He was very like
type A. I want to get married. I love this woman, or was it a woman that he married?
Yes, it was a woman
the woman that he married,
who was my friend.
Congratulations to your friend, by the way. Go marriage,
yeah. And this is also a friend who said she wasn't going to get married.
Yes. So hopefully they stay together, and who knows?
I have a good feeling.
We all do.
But that's also a thing too. It's like sometimes weddings are really happy, and sometimes weddings are super sad.
What do you mean super sad? Like you know that they're going to get a divorce?
No.
Is that what you mean?
I mean, sometimes. No. I mean, that would be really sad.
Okay, let's take
I've never had experience like that.
Okay, so we have a bunch. Let's take a step back for a second. Okay. What is your perfect wedding scenario?
Are you asking me to plan my wedding right now?
Well, you have a Pinterest. Oh, or do you? Let's not jinx it.
I don't want people to steal my ideas.
Okay, they won't.
I'm a type 4 on the Enneagram, if anyone knows what that is.
What is type 4?
Which means that I really, really cherish my originality, and like I love sharing my wisdom and like sharing like things I'm passionate about, but I don't like when I don't stand apart.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So I want my wedding to be super badass, but I also don't want anyone to know what I'm going to do before I do it.
Right. So you're trying
surprise factor.
Hey, surprise! I'm original. Congratulations.
I'm original. After it's happened, now take all my ideas. Do what you will with them. But it's the before. I'm like, I don't want them to, take it away before.
Do you at least have a mindset of bridesmaids and a maid of honor in your life that you could potentially have?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think, well, here's a good question. You have a lot of siblings.
I do have a lot of siblings. I have 6 younger siblings.
So if you were to get married, would you just have your bridal party be your siblings?
No, I already know. I already have my groomsmen. Listen, I don't think I'll ever get married because
maybe, but never say never.
Maybe we'll talk about that story, and I want to actually. We should because we need. So like weddings and dating, so much fun. Wait, have you? You're dating someone right now, right?
I am, and we're coming up on our first year anniversary. Woo!
Congratulations! One thing that I really, really love is like hearing kind of dating stories.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
because they get you to where you need to be. They're growing.
Right.
And there's really good ones that you want to repeat. There's ones that are probably not the best that you don't want to repeat. There's ones that have shocked you.
Yeah, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that actually happened right now. Or in a positive and a negative way. Yeah,
absolutely.
Wait, so what is one date story that will always get you in your head? You're like, you know what? I remember this.
I remember one that I was like, what is happening to me?
Oh my God, what is happening to you?
Like what? Why me?
Oh, like why did I okay, so tell us the story. How did you meet this guy to begin with?
Well, this guy was he went to my school, but he was a transfer.
Okay.
And he was in college, and I remember him being super shy. Like he was one of the most like shyest, like kind of to himself kind of guys. And we usually just like, we would just like get into these conversations and he would open up to me and I was like, oh, that's significant.
Yeah.
Nice. Like this shy guy is like taking a risk by being open with me. And so he would just like, I realized that he was just like wanting to spend more and more time with me. I was like, oh,
okay,
like
he
maybe
likes you.
This guy likes me. Maybe. So then one day he's like, hey, do you want to hang out? Like I can pick you up at 8. I was like, sure. What are we gonna do? He's like, just wear like tighter fit clothing. And I was like, what?
What does that even mean?
What does that mean? Like workout clothes?
Like
like
you're doing
a
like
dress?
a bikini?
Like what are we doing?
What is this?
So I'm like, okay, weird. So I was like, I'm gonna wear like leggings and like a workout top. He's like, okay, great. That's perfect. And I was like, okay, because he's like shy. He isn't like really. He's so shy. He doesn't really give enough detail. I had to kind of like pull things out of him, which was.
Wait, so he's not even telling you what the date is about. He's just saying, hey, I'm gonna surprise you, so wear
like,
tight-fitting clothes.
Yeah, and then he's like, we're gonna go to the beach, like go to this like area, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I get in the car. He's like, hey, so are you afraid of heights? I was like, no. He's like, good, because we're going skydiving.
Oh, what amazing date!
This is the first time we've ever gone on a quote unquote date too. So this is the kind of thing that you would do like on a year anniversary, or like if you've been dating someone for a while and you're like going with your family and you're like, hey, let's all go skydiving. Like not on a first date. I was like, what the? And you also got to remember that skydiving costs like a lot of money.
And did he pay for you or did you pay yourself? Wow, this guy went all out.
He went all out, and he also like wanted to pay for like the package too, like photos and video and like all that stuff. I was like,
that's a lot.
So I start feeling anxiety when we get there.
I don't even go to dinner on a first date, but anyway, go on.
So yeah, I was like, that's what I'm like. I'm like, why me? Like, what? Who are you? I'm sorry.
Will I survive this?
Like, I was like, is this normal for you? Like, have you done this before with girls? Like, I don't even know. And so I remember going and feeling like super like anxiety because I was like, I can't allow him to spend this much money on me. Like, this is insane. I went to like the financial thing. I was like,
do I owe him anything?
I was like, no, it wasn't even like, does he want me to pay him? It was more like, I was like, this is just, I can't justify this.
Okay.
It was so hard. And although I was like super stoked for the opportunity and like I was like, yeah, let's do this. And I was going to go through with it. We got to like the slot time we had, and the people that worked there were like, cloud cover, it's too thick, can't jump. And I was like, I was like, oh shit, like,
but you're like,
and like, and then I was like, you get a refund, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, sick. And then we ended up just like going to a movie or something like that. So it was nice. And I did get whiplash from that date too, because he would drive really fast. So I was like,
oh my gosh.
And I had like a migraine afterwards.
So imagine jumping out of an airplane, almost dying, and then having whiplash. So
from like his driving.
So in reality,
honestly, just thrill-filled person.
Right. You still got that, what's it called? Adrenaline rush.
So yeah, I was super shocked because this guy is like super quiet, super chill, but he's like one of the most intense people.
Oh my God.
So it was a funny combination.
Does he ride a motorcycle and has he passed away?
Why would you ask that?
I don't know. I'm thinking of adrenaline junkies,
like,
you know.
Where's he now?
Where is he now?
I have no idea.
Well, I'm glad that you're safe, I guess. So how about this? What about a date that actually it went well?
Yeah, I honestly can say that most of the men that I've dated have been quite good, which is it's a good sign.
Well, hey, brush your shoulders off, Hannah, for a second.
Hold on a second. I'm just saying that, like, I think it's really fun to plan dates as well as to be taken on dates.
Oh, so you plan this date for the guy?
I love planning dates.
Oh, how cute.
Absolutely. I love planning dates. I love being taken on dates, and I also love planning on dates. I don't think it should be just the guy's responsibility to plan the date, right?
Right. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think it's so important to share that load.
You're planning dates.
I love planning dates. One of my favorite places to go to in LA is the Griffith Observatory. So
okay,
which is like
all right,
La La Land.
It's
a La La Land kind of thing. But it's just like a really simple date. It's like either like go on the hike up there, get food before, get a blanket, do a picnic up there, and then watch the sunset, and then watch stars after you're done eating. I will say that last time I was on a date with my current boyfriend up there.
Okay.
There's this couple that were absolutely sloshed. They're from Texas.
Oh, go Texas. I love Texas.
Yeah.
They're so nice.
Texas. They were just making out on the lawn fully just in it. And we were like, these guys are great. Way to just express love. And
when you're in
later,
you're in it, Hannah.
You can't see anything outside of that moment.
You're like in a bubble.
You were just.
I remember making out with a girl on the dance floor one time, and like I forgot everybody around us, and then suddenly you, or get a little tap on the shoulder and be like, "Yo, dude,
you're
stop."
kind of. There's children around. I'm just kidding.
At a club, yes, little babies.
I'm just kidding. I'm shocked that someone actually like tapped you on the shoulder in a club. I feel like that's the environment.
It was one of my friends.
Oh, that's.
He was.
He's like, hey.
He was having one of those nights.
Okay, sure.
And I was having one of those nights.
So yeah, you can be one or two kind of people. I used to be kind of like PDA, but I'm also like PDA. Like.
It depends how you feel at the moment.
It's
Wait, so how?
Expression.
How do you, on first dates, do you usually?
Wait, you gotta know how. I have to finish my story about this couple.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this couple. We're like, oh, we're never gonna see them again. It's fine. Like they're just doing their thing. Later on, they come up to us and they're like, hey, could you take a picture of us?
Oh.
And like, we take a picture of them, and then we're like, yeah, we're going to this party. Like, you want to come? And like, they like invited us to this party, and then we're like, are you driving? Like, do you need to drive? Because we're like, you shouldn't drive. And then they were like, no, we got like an Uber coming. And so we like, Elijah and I finished our date. We're like walking around. We're like, spend our sweet time, and then we start like going back down to the car. Like I would say like a good half hour later.
Right.
They're still standing there waiting for
the
ride.
Uber.
Yeah.
You drive them to the party.
I wish. We
God.
offered like at least 5 times. But
right.
This guy was insistent that he was gonna get an Uber. He's gonna like.
Right.
He was like he was trying so hard. So I hope they made it okay.
I'm good with observatory. That Uber location is kind of
it's
difficult.
It's a little intense. So, but anyways, that was really fun.
Wait, you didn't go to the party?
I didn't.
Why, Hannah? That would have been so much fun.
It would have made
do
a better
it for the
story.
story.
That's for sure.
Diffs. Oh my gosh.
I diffed.
Diffs.
Yeah,
do it for the story.
We had to finish our date.
Well, I bet it was a nice date.
It was a nice date.
I have a question. On these dates, how do you know when it's time to, like, do you give signals to get that kiss? That first kiss or whatever that kiss is? Do you, like, what is your kind of move, your strategy?
Wait, we have to talk about your date situations.
Oh, it's true. I was just like so enamored, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my dating situation. I will tell you.
What's one of the sweetest dates you've been on?
Okay,
Were you taken on one by a girl?
Oh yeah, I love. The woman that I'm actually. She,
he's smiling.
No, I absolutely adore this one.
You adore her.
Yeah, basically saying, "Hey, listen, pick me up here, and this is what I want to do," and I'm like, "Okay."
I absolutely love when women do that. That was one of the biggest compliments I got from my partner. Was like, he's like, it's so hot when you make plans.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you put a reservation in, and you're like, I'll pick you up.
She's like, Tuesday now.
Yes.
7. I was
like her.
All right, but
I like her.
This one, who I love this. I think it was like romantic because I'm trying to figure out if it is something that will ever happen again. But every single story is different and everybody's different. But I was walking. I was in college and I was walking on this street called Sproul Hall, which is at UC Berkeley.
Okay.
And I'm going around and I'm talking to different, student organizations. When all of a sudden,
doing your social Jonathan
doing
thing.
my social Jonathan thing, I was like, "Yo, what's up? I can help you. I would love to." I was a senator, so I was like, "Hey, I could write a bill for you. Who knows?" But I was walking, and suddenly, from the corner of my eye, I see 2 identical twins.
Stop.
And I'm like, oh my God.
That's always shocking to me sometimes. I'm like, do twins exist? Like, yes, they do, of course.
Sometimes you're like...
But sometimes you're like, they're a vision.
They're what?
They're like, it's just so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are twins real? You know?
Hey, I mean, it's a crazy concept that they both came from the same egg.
That is true.
It's just cool. I think
identical twins are cool.
Yeah, identical twins. It's like, this is unique.
Fraternal twins are just siblings. You know? That
yeah,
share
that
a birthday.
At the same time, yeah.
But identical, at least you're in a situation where it's like, okay, I look like this, they look like this. There's no real jealousy. But imagine if there's fraternal twins and one is just better looking than the other. Aww. What do you do?
Well, it's objective, but...
Right.
Objective. But still. So you saw these twins. You obviously thought one was really attractive.
So, yeah, I think they were both attractive. So okay. I just go up and I go, oh my God, twins. And we start talking.
That's how you start the conversation.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh
guys,
my
you're
God,
friends.
twins. If you ever want to get into a crowd and stop the attention for a second, you just say, "Oh my God," and then say whatever you want to say, and people will pause for a second, and then it's up to you after you hook them to like continue.
Interesting.
So I go, "Oh my God, twins." And then we're talking, and I look at one, and I say, "You're compassionate," and I'm like, "The other one, you are a leader."
You're just affirming these ladies.
Exactly.
Right after meeting them, you're just like, I see this.
I see this. I
in
see
you.
this. This is so much fun. And then
This is so much
I
fun.
leave, and they both add me on Facebook.
Fun.
So then it's 1:00 in the morning, and you know when you request the friendship and they click accept, there's a little notification with the red dot on the corner of the screen. She did that. The thing lights up. I click on it, and I decide at 1 a.m. in the morning, because as a student, you're always working, I guess.
Absolutely.
I decided to
3 in the morning
say,
is definitely bedtime.
hello.
Hello.
And we started chatting, and it was fantastic to have a conversation that was free flowing, that by the time I realized and I looked at the clock, it was 3:30 a.m. in the morning. And so I said, "Hey, blah, blah, blah." I was like, I'm not going to say your name.
No, absolutely.
Hey, blah, blah, blah. If it hits 4:20 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to do something crazy if we're still talking then. And she's like, oh my God, okay. So we talk. And what I mean by that is I give her my phone number at 3:30 a.m. in the morning. Sorry, no, oh my God. Sorry, we're talking. And then I do my move. I'm going to go, hey, listen, if you want to continue this conversation, here's my phone number.
You do your move.
So then so we're talking at 1. At 1:15, she gives me a call because I give her the phone number. And then we talk from 1:15 a.m. in the morning to 3:30 a.m. in the morning.
You guys need to get a better sleep schedule.
Oh my God.
You guys need to get a better conversational timeline.
I think so.
You guys are going to be talking loopy. So you didn't talk to this girl during the daylight ever?
No. It was 1 a.m. in the morning, 1:15. I give her my phone number.
Oh, okay.
We're talking from 1:15 to 3:30 a.m. in the morning. I go, hey, blah, blah, blah. If it hits 4:20, I'm going to do something crazy. And she's like, okay. So we talk, and then it hits 4:20. And she's like, Jonathan, it's 4:20. I'm like, hold on. I hang up the phone. I put on my bike helmet.
Wait,
I get on my bike
I've
and
heard
I ride
this
to her
story
place.
before.
Yeah. Well, from when we did the blind dates, right?
I think I've heard the story before. You
It's on my YouTube channel.
You go and you bike to her house. You like talk. You like yell at her window.
Right.
You tell her to come down.
Right. So I go as fast as I can, and I get to her place, and I call her number, and she doesn't pick up. And the reason being is because she has like T-Mobile, and T-Mobile sucks.
So she didn't know you were there.
So I scream in a loud voice, F-U-C-K, like, fuck. And she hears me, and she's like on the balcony, and she's like, Jonathan.
Why would you just yell fuck?
Because it's 4:30 in the morning.
You're not going to call her name?
No, I'm just like, fuck. Because I'm like, I don't know.
I see. You were
oh,
saying...
no, she's not fuck. It's like fuck. It's like
I thought you were like
failed.
yelling fuck to be like, okay, neighborhood, this is like I'm not gonna like wake up the whole neighborhood and let everyone know that I'm like pursuing this woman.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna like code word use the F word.
No, it's like fuck frustration.
You were frustrated. Okay.
And she goes, Jonathan. I go, blah, blah, blah. Then she comes downstairs.
Jonathan.
V-neck, white shirt, shorts,
what she's
barefoot.
wearing.
I'm a very visual I remember almost every girl that I date.
I would hope so. I mean, every single person that you dated, whether or not you're still with like friends with them or like you still are involved in their life, they're in yours, they're gonna stay in your brain somehow. They're part of your story.
Not
right?
not everyone I remember their names, but I do remember like the clothes and things.
How long have you been dating for?
Well,
when was your first date?
When you what?
When was your first date? How old were you?
I think I was 18, 19.
Really? You didn't date till you're 18 or 19?
I didn't get my first kiss
That's me too.
till I was 19. Pound fist.
I was supposed to be allowed to date when I was 16, but I told everyone that I wasn't supposed to date till I was 18 because I just didn't want to date.
Oh wow! No, mine was just I was like homeschooled till 10th grade, and then I did independent study. But I also didn't have really the confidence enough to like talk to women, I guess, until I was in college, and then around 19 years old is when I started dating.
That's great. Yeah, I'd say my first like official real boyfriend was probably 19.
It's cute, right? Do you think that people should age a little bit, like be a little bit older when?
I think that people are getting into relationships far too young for sure.
Yeah, I think
in this day and age.
And
serious relationships far too soon.
Yeah.
And their childhood's kind of a little bit taken from them.
I guess I was always scared of like getting someone pregnant, you know.
Oh God, yeah. I
mean, luckily.
Virgin Club.
Well, pound fist to you. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. Yes. Yeah, that's a good choice. You know, some people do
but
it.
It's just,
and no judgment.
No judgment.
If you want to wait
Absolutely
till
not.
whenever you want to wait, so
Absolutely
be
not.
it.
Yep.
But yeah. So the blah blah blah. She came downstairs, and I held her left hand and her right hand, and I looked at her.
You're romantic for sure.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
we locked eyes, and we we like made out.
Oh God.
And then I'm so dumb.
Wow.
So I said, get on my bike. We'll go back to my place. And then she did not know how to ride a bike, and she crashed in some nearby bushes.
She hurt herself.
Poor thing. So barefoot, she stayed there. I made sure that her friend came downstairs, and then I left. But then 2 days later, she gives me a text message. It seems that when I handed her phone back, she had a little Piglet keychain that was attached to her phone. So she texted me, hey, can I have my keychain back?
She's
Which
great.
I said, it's a date. And we decided to go out and grocery shop, and I cooked her a really horrible, shitty fucking dinner. As she was about to leave, I said, hey, wait a second. Let's try this one more time. I closed the door, I looked at her, and then we kissed again.
That's a wild night.
That's a romantic one.
That's like a teen movie about the summers.
So what's your the kiss like? How do you?
Oh my gosh!
How do you put it on a move?
on a first date before ever, until this one person. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the move? Like, do you have a move? Did he have a move? Like, what's
the
thing?
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like this person was very. I don't know if they were used to doing this,
right,
or like if it was a special scenario,
right?
Because they just were like that into me. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, last podcast you said that he said that I'm so stupid into you, so I think he was into you.
No, this is not the first time.
Oh my God,
this is for sure not.
Oh,
not Elijah,
okay. So what happened?
I mean, I love Elijah. He's definitely.
Ooh, love. Okay, thank God I can say.
Oh,
you love him.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. I was scared to say, do you? Yeah.
Which is why it's like I hesitate to talk about. I don't really talk about my past relationships because they're not really relevant right now, but they're also still part of my story. I learned from them.
Yeah, you grow.
Oh, absolutely. I learned a lot about myself. I learned where I fail, where I need to work on things. Because you could be so solid in who you are as a person apart from a relationship, and then enter a relationship and realize, oh, there's these other things that I need to work on when I'm attached to someone else, because you're no longer making decisions just for yourself. You're making decisions for
the other person in your life and how it will affect him or her. Yeah.
Correct. So, so this person, it was my first time ever dating someone that I hadn't met before.
Okay.
In like a circumstance. So it was like a person that reached out to me over social media, and I was like, this person looks like a cool person.
Yeah, decent.
They're attractive.
Yeah.
They seem legit, because I was always so scared that it was going to be like a catfish situation.
It was a DM on Instagram?
It was a DM.
Oh, those are the perfect.
And it was a DM based off of a video I had done.
Yeah,
so they were just like moved by what I had voiced on this video.
Congratulations. Yes.
I mean it's in the past now, but thank you for the
past. You got the thing.
Situation. But yeah, this person reached out to me and they're like, hey, let's go out to like food. Let's go out to Thai food. Yeah. I was like, okay, sure. I love Thai food. And so they were like, okay, meet here at this time. And I was like, great, I will do that. And then I was like, hey, roommates, like, I'm going to have my like location on so you can be watching where I'm at. Because I just didn't know.
That is so smart.
I just was like, I checked my boxes. I'm like, hey guys, I'm going to this restaurant at this time in case this person isn't who they say that they are. I told people about the day I was going on. Super important. Had my location on so that they could tell where I was. And I went to this date, and I gave them the address of the restaurant, and apparently it dropped them in like a back alleyway behind the restaurant. So they were like, you just dropped me in like an alleyway. Like,
yeah, that's kind of dangerous.
So they were like, are you real? Because they're like, you just dropped me off. I'm like, just walk to the side street. Like, it's right there. So like we actually talked on the phone before we met each other.
Okay.
And then I see this person from afar, and they're very easy to like tell that it's
Like,
them. I was like, so you're real, and we were both like, hey.
I'm
like,
not gonna die tonight, hopefully, knock on wood, because you never know.
Because even if someone is who they are, they might not be who they are. So because social media is projection of highlights of life, and curated. But this person did seem to be consistent throughout the night, and so we hugged. We like walked into the restaurant. I
like hugging. Okay, go on.
I like hugging too. I think it's like such a better. I mean,
it's a good welcoming.
It's a good welcoming, and it's also an immediate trust factor because
you're
like
hi,
putting your body against someone else's
welcome
body.
to this date.
Correct.
So you're in the restaurant.
We're in the restaurant, and we order the same thing. Classic. Pad thai staple.
Always.
But yeah, I'm just talking, and I'm like trying to get to know this person in depth, and I love just like asking intentional questions. And so I'm just like not eating hardly because I'm just invested. I'm not eating because I want a free meal because I know some people do that. I did save the food though.
Hey, you have to save the food.
You got it.
Put that in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying?
Thai food because it's so good cold.
Yeah.
But this person and we just like hit it off. But he kept like saying things like you're Lady Jesus and like you're like a hot old lady. Like he kept trying to like hit on me and like give me compliments, but like
in a way, old lady.
Yeah, in a way that was like complimenting my wisdom and like my maturity for my age,
okay.
But in like a really funny, like kind of comedic way, but also kind of like I don't know if that like really turns me on. Like I don't know if it's like.
I mean, he's trying.
But he's trying
to be different and cute. I get this.
And so the date, we walk out of the restaurant. The date very much so could have ended there, but instead we went out to the parking lot. And before I was like standing literally by my door of my car, trying to like very much so prepared to get in.
Like
I was like
trapped.
I don't really feel like this is. And this guy, I'll say it, he was super attractive. He's just like, I really want to kiss you right now. And I was like, the fuck? I was like, the fuck? How did you get there?
I really want to kiss you now.
I was like, how did you get there? Because I feel like I was not at that level right there.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I just let it happen. I don't know how. I just was like, all right.
Let's go.
Let's just do it. I guess I was in a point in my life where I was like,
Diffs, do it for the story, you know?
Do it for the story.
I really want to kiss you right now. And then boom.
Yeah, he kissed me and it was
I like that
nice.
line.
It was nice. And then we ended up just walking, like extending the date, walking longer. The date it was super fun until I was using the restroom and I realized I didn't have my phone.
Oh no, he has it.
No, I thought that I was like, damn, did he steal my phone? Like, does he?
It's at the restaurant.
Yeah. So
how fun. This is so much fun.
My phone at the restaurant and we spent like a good portion of the night like retracking all of our steps like around the whole town, around the city to like look for my phone. And I wasn't stressed out, so that was a good thing. He's like, it's really attractive that you're not like freaking out about your phone, and you're like not like annoying to be around when you're stressed. Yeah. I was like, great. And then we ended up finding it at the restaurant at the end of the night. But
have you ever heard of the exposure effect?
No.
Exposure effect is when you see someone in like different locations all the time, you get more attracted to that person. Like when you see, for example, celebrities in magazines and then also on YouTube and then on a television show, you get more attracted because they're in different locations. Well, on a date, basically what just happened on your date is the exposure effect because you're at a restaurant, then you go to the car, then you're at another location, and then you go back. And so in reality, it's like 4 dates in one.
It felt like that for sure.
Right?
That's really crazy.
Yeah. So if you're on a date, y'all that are listening, do the exposure effect. Like start off with one location and then get to another one and then another one.
Yeah, absolutely. And
what's great is if
really dating advice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go on a journey with your person.
Yeah, and if one part is like not doing well, if you jump to another location, you could reignite. You could you could flame it up.
You're also just learning more depth about their character and how they act in certain environments.
Yeah. Like you start off at like the ocean and then the next moment you are, on an airplane to Rome, No, don't do that. That's expensive.
What's the Shawn Mendes song? He like flies on a jet to Japan.
Don't know that song. I like Shawn Mendes and I like his hair.
Have you given someone a first? Well, you kissed the girl that you just
But you were talking about that kind of weird date with the bungee jump. Sorry, the skydiving. Thank God the whiplash didn't happen. But I have There's a lot of weird dates, but this one will always stick
I like
out to me.
how you're putting your mic. I want to try that.
Yeah, is that okay? Like I hold it
I
like
think
this?
it's great. It's like kind of cool.
I mean, it's just like fun.
He's like slinging it behind his shoulder for those of you who are just listening. And
Sometimes
it's like, yeah, I like this.
Yeah, so is it okay if I tell this story? It was
sure.
going on a date,
Mm-hmm.
and what she wanted to do, she was planning it. She wanted to make homemade pho.
Oh my gosh.
So fun.
I love cooking dates.
Yes.
So fun.
So much fun.
Pho is also so freaking good.
It's so good. So we arrive, and so I arrive at her place. Now we arrive, and she has all the ingredients that are there. I'm like,
Already
"Ooh,
there. She's prepared.
this is so much fun. We're
She's
cutting, we're
prepared.
dicing. I'm looking back. I'm like, I don't know what to do. You just tell me what to do. She's like, okay, do this, and then you can do like cute things. As you're trying to put in the food, you like mess up, and I think the messing up shows that you're trying, and it's kind of cute.
Exactly.
I don't do it on purpose to mess up, but it's there. So the pho is finished. We go to the table. We set it down. We're eating it, and it is delicious. And
That's
then
the best. That would suck if it sucked.
I look at her and I go, hey, I want to add some spice to this. Do you have peppers? Those delicious red spicy peppers.
Like the seeds, like the
Oh, the seed, not the seed
the
ones.
seed parts, but
like
like
it's
the
this, like the
pepper
actual.
flakes.
No,
Like
not the pepper. The
you're like
actual
the
pepper.
actual
Like
pepper.
you go.
yeah. She's got him.
Oh, she's got them. She's
course
like,
she
go
does.
go in the freezer.
Yeah.
There are some peppers there. I'm like, perfect.
You know, she's a spicy gal.
I go, do a little trot. I open up the freezer. I see the peppers.
I
I'm
love
like,
that you describe how you're talking. I mean, how
It's-
you're walking.
Yeah, it's
a little trot.
It's a little trot. Like, hey, I'm gonna get some hotness inside my mouth. And then I take the red peppers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's frozen. And she's like, microwave it. I'm like, okay. So I put it into a bowl, and I put it into the microwave, and I put like 30 seconds. As it's going, I'm like, it's over. I'm like, okay, cool. I open up the microwave, and when I do, the fumes of the red peppers
my God.
just goes
attack
whoosh.
your face.
Like it gets into my eyes,
God.
gets into my throat. I start like coughing, like,
You're like on the floor.
and she screams, what's going on? I'm like, I got it in my eyes. I got it in my eyes. I got it in my eyes. And she like runs into the kitchen. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, do you have milk? Do you have milk? Do you have milk? She's like, it's in the refrigerator. Like, I can't see. I'm like crying. I open up the refrigerator. I like start searching for this milk, and
She's not helping you grab the milk.
I don't even know. It was like,
Where is she? Where is
She's like
she?
looking at me.
I would just grab that and pour it on your face.
It was so chaotic.
Oh my gosh.
And then I take it and I open up the cap, this like white liquid, and I start drinking it.
You didn't put it on your face, like in your
No,
eyes?
I just, because it was like, I don't know. I just
You're like,
wanted
I just need it.
I just need it. I start drinking, and I'm like, this doesn't taste right. And she goes, no, that's the expired milk.
Why is she an expired milk in
Because
the
she's
fridge?
a cook or something. I don't know.
I was like, girl, you have all these ingredients
Oh my
perfectly planned out, but you didn't check the expiration date on your milk?
I could not handle it. And
It's
then
alright.
I just
It's
look
alright.
and I puke
No.
all over the kitchen floor. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. And she's like, what's going on? I'm like, push. I'm like, get away, get away.
Oh,
and then
you're so vulnerable.
I like run to the bathroom,
Aw.
but I see the toilet. I'm like, this ain't gonna happen. And I just projectile vomit in the bathtub
You
instead.
just ate a ton of pho, too.
Yeah. So it's like everything's coming out. And then I just like jump into the shower. I don't know what the hell. And I just turn on the shower. And then,
She probably feels so bad.
and then she's like, looking in the corner. She's like, are you okay?
She's like, man, I have to clean up all this throw up.
And I'm just like,
But she doesn't even care about the pho. She cares about you.
I know. And I'm just like, it's
So
go on a second date, I asked.
Did you kiss her the first time? I was like, she's like, I'm not kissing this guy after you just thrown up everywhere.
I don't know if we kissed on that day, but I do remember the projectile vomit, and I do remember cleaning it. But then after we were
You have to
done,
clean up.
oh, we
That's
have,
good,
of
of
course,
course.
you always have to. I'm not gonna just.
So you just jumped in the shower with your clothes on?
Yeah, I was very hyperbolic. I wanted to make I think it was like a very grand thing.
Yeah, grandiose thing.
Grandiose
You are
thing.
very
Dramatic. Yes,
dramatic
true.
man.
Yeah, okay.
I'll say it.
I will.
You live for the moment. You live for
I-
the story.
I do live for
You're the main
story.
character in your story.
I try to be.
You are.
I mean, has Elijah given you like a really good date?
Oh my gosh,
What's
I
the
can't
most?
even.
What's like the most romantic
I
date
can't-
or just a really good date that you absolutely love? Sitting down on a couch and just watching Netflix.
I mean, that's the thing. I'm like, what defines a really good date? Because I think that there's so many types of dates that are meant for that time, for that moment.
It's the feeling inside.
It's the feeling inside. And honestly, we've had that conversation as a couple. It's like I could literally do most things and be content because I'm with him. So
Oh,
it's just, and that's when you know you can do life with someone. Is like, this is just joy. It's just, and it's also sometimes really sad. Like when you're just like, I can live in all the emotions and live in all these different environments with this person. You're like, all right, this might be it.
when you're present with that person, and
Yeah.
you just feel good.
And
You feel
you're-
good.
And it is also nice when you're like, I just like cherish this person so much. I'm going to plan this date, or like, it's like, for example, I remember one day he told me like, he was like really tired after work. He was like so exhausted. He like works in a pretty stressful environment. And I was like kind of wanting to do something more energy filled for our date, 'cause that's where I was at. But I was like, I know that he's not in that space, and I could also vibe with doing something chill. Like I can do that.
Yeah,
for
you can
him.
do that.
And so I remember like just going to Whole Foods and getting like those really nice like sushi.
Oh, how cute.
Like arrangement thingies. And I told him to meet me at this park, and like we just sat on a blanket, read, and ate sushi, and like laid in the sun, and it was so nice.
That is sometimes the most like when
It's
you
so simple.
when you look when like 50 years from now and you look back, those will be the moments sometimes that you will always remember.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't have to have like a grandiose story. I think sometimes like the best moments of love is like those picnic moments where you're just basking.
I also love I loved traveling with him. That was so fun. Like
You learn a
like
lot.
traveling with your partner.
Yeah.
Even if you've just been dating for like going on a mini trip or road trip, or like
Yeah.
going to the Grand Canyon together, or like
You learn a lot about
you learn
them.
so much about them, but you also just like there's so many more fun things because you're both experiencing newness together. Because like sometimes when you're doing dates with someone, you're they're planning something that they've experienced, or like they know something about. Like they've been
That
to
is
this
true.
restaurant
There's like
before.
moves, premeditated moves that people do.
Yeah. But like when you're traveling, you're both in a new environment, new place. You're trying the new food. You're trying a new restaurant. So like Portland was like chef's kiss. Because it was like, it was so fun because it's just like a place you can walk around. There's a time where we both like went off and did our own thing for 2 days.
Those are the best.
Came back.
You come back and you can
shared our
talk about it. Yeah,
experiences about what we
exactly.
did. Oh, so good.
Two different worlds colliding and talking about it.
Yeah. So there's that. I could talk forever about that.
I think traveling shows like the most vulnerable side of you at the same time, because what's going to happen? Like, are you going to get there on time, and how do you work under
absolutely.
pressure and all of that stuff?
Are you my sock?
No, it's okay.
I just touched his knee with
It
my
was
sock.
it was a little
And he was like,
strange.
he's like, oh god. Like, so sorry, my stinky feet.
Hey, you know what? I'll just take a shower later. That's about it. You know.
Just wash your knee.
And just wash my
Just your
knees.
knee. But yeah, I agree. There's so much power in traveling because there's so much out of your control, and you're both trusting each other, but you're also just kind of evaluating how you act in uncertainty and higher stress situations. For me, it was cool because like I was like, all right, like I now know that like I like to be on time. I like to be not stressed.
Does he like to be on time?
I'll always get to things early.
What is the compliment that he gives? Does he also like to be on time?
He sometimes doesn't like to be on time, but he also likes to be laid back. So it was like a good
yin yang, not yin yang, a little good wave,
like
a balance.
For example, it was a good balance because like I was like, we got to get to the gate at this time. He's like, great. But then he's also like, we don't need to stand up yet. We're either going to be waiting in the plane or we're going to be waiting out here. And I was like, you're right.
You're learning so much
We're
about
learning
each other,
so much.
and you're learning.
I think this episode's been so juicy. So much advice, so much story.
Yeah.
So much dynamic.
Yeah, that's. I think get crewmates, like send us in the DMs some date, some fun little date story that you have.
I would love that.
And we'll bring it up on the podcast.
We
and
will.
We'll talk about it. And
we'll
if you
look through some of your stories.
Yeah.
And if we're like, this is
sick.
I'm sure we're gonna get so many. So if yours doesn't get shown, like no hard feelings.
And then from our random dating advice, we could like provide our inane opinions about it.
Potentially.
So
yeah.
So yeah, that's. Oh God, Jackie, I'm just you're absolutely right though. Like sometimes it's those small little moments.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, sorry guys, I'm thinking about so many different dates that I had, and I absolutely.
I leave Jonathan to just like an existential crisis.
There's this girl called the Oreo lady that I dated once.
You call her the Oreo lady.
Yeah, because okay, so we're sitting down. And I apologize. I know we're gonna end right now, but I mean, long story short, Hannah, this girl, she meets up. We meet at the cafe. We get into a fight.
What? Right away?
Like a little, not a little fight,
Yeesh.
like a
I was
teasing
gonna say, watch
fight.
out, because I was like, fighting could be taken very.
Yeah, argumentation. I go every time. You like raise your voice. You owe me a cookie, and so
I see.
she leaves, and I'm like, okay, I think the date's over. And then she texts me, and she's like, hey, I have some cookies for you.
She just brings the whole crap ton of Oreos.
So I arrive at her place, and she has like a stack of like 10 Oreos like in her hands. And then she hands me one, and I look at it, and I'm like, I don't want to die right now. And then she throws all the Oreo cookies on the floor. She slaps my hand so the Oreo cookie flies away. She grabs me. She like starts like making out with me.
I'm absolutely so confused.
Right, I am so. And then she pushes me away.
I don't.
And then she walks away. That was a great moment.
That needs to be made into like a short.
Yeah.
Film.
I don't know.
For like.
You know who you are.
Odd situations.
I adore that moment, and thank you for it. But yeah, hey, don't forget, nudge the like button, subscribe if you can, leave a 5-star review, and Hannah's swinging her legs because she's excited.
Sorry.
No, it's great.
I think I can't sit still.
Yeah, we're
thank you too long. But
thank you for listening, folks.
So
where can they
grateful.
find you, Hannah?
They can find me at Hannah Sulak on Instagram.
Sulak, S-U-L-A-K. And then you can, everything's in the description. The Bottle Club and Jonathan Garano. We adore you. And
absolutely adore you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening.
Peace.
Peace out.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you, Jonathan.